Yeah, me too. Yeah, we all do.
But that was a real thing for me though, because I never heard anybody tell me that I was lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but what would you consider him a mentor?
Yeah, of course.
Who are your mentors? Say, Jay, who are your mentors?
Oh man, I like people with their own state of mind. I mean, everybody from Farrakhan, everybody from Farrakhan to I think Jay-Z's great at what he does. Even some of the cats around here that are just great businessmen, are just great entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that when you see somebody being successful with something they love, you can't knock that, man. It's like they had an idea and they saw it all the way through. And you just see the glamour and the glitz. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you don't know the hard work that was put in there. I had one of my homies tell me that, and he's doing very well. You know, he just told me a story one day about how he was homeless and he was sleeping in his car. I was like, man, the Bentley? You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's just what it's about. I just gotta respect people that, that believe in them. You know what I'm saying?
I spoke to Mr. Farrakhan last week, and he was genuinely excited that you were coming out.
Yeah.
He said that you were coming out to march on
Absolutely.
Saturday. And it's rare he gets that excited about other people. I mean, not in the sense that he was like, and Young Jeezy's coming, and
that's my guy. That's my guy.
How does that happen, and why is it important for you to be in an event like that, which, by the way, could make you unpopular in certain executive circles?
Yeah, but one thing about it, we get our own when we ain't worried about them. We're gonna stick to the code. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get our own way. Farrakhan's a great guy, man. I had an incident happen to me, man, and he called me like 4 or 5 days before the incident happened. Mm-hmm. He said, "Brother Jeezy, I like your message. You sound real smart in your interviews, but I just want you to know that the enemy is watching you." You know what I'm saying? And I said, "Man, listen, man, I'm good. I'm legit. I'm a street dude with some good credit. I'm all right. I ain't worried about that out here. You know what I mean?" And I be damned if a week later I was in jail. You know what I'm saying? For something that I didn't do. But he actually told me on the phone. We had an hour conversation about the enemy, and I was like, "Man, who are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the hood no more. The Bloods and Crips, they over there, we good. You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't really realize, what was going on until I was put in that situation. And I remember getting locked up and, just in a situation that had nothing to do with me at all. And I was just put in a situation because of my name. And out of all this time, I was grinding and working and, people saying, "Man, we just proud of where you're going." They just brought me back down to a nigga status overnight. And I couldn't believe that. Yeah. As a black man, as a taxpayer. You know what I'm saying? I was hurt. And I remember being in jail with my bus crew, and it wasn't my homies, it was some of my employees. And I remember getting locked up for something that I didn't do. And I told everybody I didn't do it, but nobody believed me. But anyway, my first unselfish moment was being in that cell and the rest of my team coming to get me out. And they said, "Hey, look, your bill is $1 million, everybody else's bill is $1 million. You don't have any property in LA, but we can get you out right now." And this was 20 minutes after I was sitting in there. And I looked around and I said, "Man, I'm not leaving these people in here. I can't do that. They work too hard for me year round. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be here."
And they wasn't even your crew, they was just people that work for you.
Yeah, that was my bus driver, my cameraman, my assistant. You know what I'm saying?
I've been around those 45 minutes later. Put some on your books.
So I sat there for a week and a half until I was able to, get everything, just get everything in order to get everybody out because they wanted property. Yeah. So I had to, finagle that whole thing. And I finally got everybody out, and I told them, I said, "Look, I didn't have anything to do with that." And when it was all said and done, I got acquitted, but y'all didn't hear nothing about that shit, though. It's all good, though. So, innocent, free as a bird. Yeah. But as soon as I got out of the car, or as soon as I got out of the county, I came out of there two-stepping, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I got out of the county and got in the car, my guy gave me the phone. "It's Farrakhan, Brother Jeezy." I told when he talk, I listen, but I was really listening. I was like, so who are they? What they want to be, like what I do, you know what I'm saying? And he just made it clear, you really gotta watch your message. And and even with everything I say, I mean every word of it. And that just showed me the power of words and who you are. But as hard as I work every day and as many great things that I do for people, and as many executive positions I had and things that I tried to, they put me in a situation and I was sitting in that cell like, damn man, like I could have did this shit in the street, like you know what I'm saying? And it just,
why does that happen, man? So many, it's not just people that did, during whatever before they became artists. It's artists who've never been in jail before.
Yeah.
Then they become artists and now they in jail.
But look, one thing I learned about this, man, I don't want my big homies on my head because I don't went to jail because that's not cool. Yeah. At this point, I'm grown. Ain't nothing cool about that. Ain't nothing cool about sitting in no cell, man, wasting your time, man, wasting your opportunity. Like, you out here, you got your life, you got your ambitions, you got your family to take care of. What you gonna do now, man? Yeah. That ain't for us. It's over with, man.
How much of that is surveillance and law enforcement looking to arrest y'all? Because I see artists of all kinds. I saw artists for 20 years. They all do the same stuff.
So I don't even get in the rapper world because I don't know what they got going on. Yeah. I got real friends that really risk their lives to, take care of their loved ones. But when you're talking to somebody that got 30 years in prison, it's a different thing, brother. Like this is your friend. You go to visit him, you're sitting like me and you sitting. Yeah. He can't leave for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the rappers do. They rap about it, they talk about it, that's on them. Yeah. I'm talking about the cats that I know that's sitting there every day doing hard time. They got the heart of gold. They did so many things for people that you wouldn't believe. When your auntie couldn't pay her mortgage and they was about to foreclose the house, those guys was there. You know what I'm saying? When the kids in the community that had no school clothes or Christmas stuff, those people were there. I used to have my other partner, he used to go to the strip club, he stole all his money. I'm like, what you doing? He said, we give it back. We put them through school, right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to college. I'm like, hey, man, that's like you feel. So it's Robin Hood.
Everybody's somebody put them through college.
Yeah, right.
I want to see that college. I want to go to that school.
Yeah.